Welcome to the Game Rage Star Wars podcast. Welcome back, everyone. God damn it, Frank. Literally told you to beat your fucking phone.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Fucking idiot. Anyways, welcome back, everyone, to Game Rage Star Wars. It's been a little minute since we've done one of these, but I know it's probably not too late, but it's later than it should be. But now we can finally do the James Earl Jones tribute episode. And so what we're going to do is this episode is going to be just about us talking about essentially his role in Star Wars and how, we each kind of impacted us and how we felt it was regarding, his portrayal of the voice of Darth Vader, right? And how iconic it was and everything. We're not going to talk about any other roles that he did. You can go, if you want to hear us talk about the rest of his career, you can go listen to the Game Rage Movies/TV podcast, and there will be an episode titled James Earl Jones. And there you can hear us talk about the rest of his career. But anyways, before we get into it, if you want to follow us and listen to all of our other stuff that we do, you can go to YouTube, Game Rage Magazine on there. Like, comment, subscribe. Also follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Game Rage Magazine, Twitter/X at Game Rage Mag. You can follow Frank if you like anime and mangas. You can follow Frank at anime_syndicate_podcast, and you can go listen to the Anime Syndicate podcast. Additionally, if you like the music stuff, you can go listen to All Gas No Trash, and you can follow Adam at All Gas No Trash Official. All right, that's out of the way. I'm Josh. I'm here today with Frank.
Yep.
And I'm here today with Ruben.
Hey.
So everyone's here. Every one of us has obviously seen and been involved with Star Wars, right? Obviously, we've all seen everything. So, to talk specifically about, James Earl Jones, I mean, to me, he was the voice of the franchise, basically. I mean, that Darth Vader voice was so, iconic.
Yeah.
I don't think that there's anything else that could sound as good. I mean, in the Clone Wars or the Rebels and stuff, or in the ones that they used where they didn't exactly use his voice, because I think there was a couple that they did that it wasn't him, because I don't know if he's unavailable or something happened, but they had another guy do the voice or whatever, and obviously you could tell it wasn't James Earl Jones. But I think for the most part they used him in pretty much everything. But before we get balls deep into it, I think it's appropriate to just, take a moment of silence to pay respect to the man, the myth, and the legend of James Earl Jones. So let's do that right now. All right. So, basically, James Earl Jones as related to Star Wars. First time I heard James Earl Jones was obviously Episode 4, A New Hope, and hearing Darth Vader come out. And when he starts interrogating the rebel immediately after he boards the Tainted 4.
That was Tantive.
Tantive, whatever. When he boards that vessel and he starts, force choking the rebel and
when he first comes in, he walks into the hallway with all the fucking dead soldiers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. But he's when you hear that voice for the first time, you're like, oh shit, this is clearly the bad guy. I mean, obviously, he's wearing black and he's enormous, but that wasn't a cue enough. The voice is that. And what's crazy is it wasn't really different from how James Earl Jones normally talked. It was basically just his voice. I mean, I think they modulated it a little bit to make it sound like...
I don't think they modulated it.
I think they did a little tweak to it to make it sound like it was coming out of a voice box. You know what I'm saying? They just did a little thing. But, I mean, when you hear him talking in any of the other roles, I mean, he sounds like Darth. It's Darth Vader, right? But for me, like I said, James Earl Jones was the voice of the franchise, and now, I mean, I am kind of torn about this because, I mean, I don't know how Disney's going to do this. I mean, obviously with this advent of AI, right?
He already gave his permission to Disney,
right? But I still don't know how I feel about that. Like, it still feels weird. Like, you know how I mean, listen, they did it with Carrie Fisher, they did it with Grand Moff Tarkin. They've done it with other people that have died. They've done it visually. Now we're going to have it vocally, and I guess it's probably easier to do that with words than it is to do it with an actual person's face and all that stuff. But I just I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to see what the first thing that comes out is post James Earl Jones passing. You know how it's
if they even use them.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think they used them in Outlaws.
Oh wait, when does that game take place? In the canon.
Because I just saw a thing about who voiced him in Outlaws.
Oh, so it wasn't him. So it wasn't him. He wasn't even in it. Darth Vader. Oh no, let's do. Well, Ruben.
Yeah, Scott Lawrence.
So it was not. Obviously, it was a different guy. But
it was a game that fell on his face off of launch. So
yeah. So I mean, like, they probably didn't. It would have been a waste of money, basically, to pay James Earl Jones to do that.
No, he was already dead, I think.
Oh, was he? No, he just died like a month ago.
No, like, I mean, retired.
Oh, so.
Because, yeah, he retired a long time, like, not a long time ago, but he retired a while ago, and then that's when he gave Disney permission to use his voice as an AI. Same with Hamill with Joker.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. I mean, yeah, the last video game he was in was Lego Star Wars, the complete saga in 2007. But what did you? And obviously, when they brought back when they did the prequels, right? I mean, obviously he was only at the end of Episode 3 when Anakin actually became Darth Vader. But man, that was a crazy thing to hear too, after it had been so many years that we hadn't really.
Not for me. It felt natural.
No. I mean, like, it was just. Maybe not crazy, right? Maybe it was just like, oh, it was cool that he's back in the movies, back in the mainstream series movies. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Like, to me, it didn't even hit me like that. Just like, oh, it's just. I guess I don't know. That's evidence of Hayden Christensen's acting, or it's just once Vader was talking, it was Vader. I was like, okay,
right, yeah. So that end sequence of Revenge of the Sith was cool as shit, though. When they're putting the helmet on, and it's like it's just dead quiet. There's no noise. There's no background music. There's nothing. It's just you hear that the sealing up that.
Well, there's a whole thing about it. If you actually listen to it, there's a single heartbeat right before Vader takes his first breath. And there's a theory about it where that heartbeat was supposed to be Padme's last heart, and it was Sidious and him taking her life to
save Anakin's.
Yeah, to save Vader's.
Damn, that's a crazy theory.
Makes a lot more sense than a broken heart.
Oh yeah, well, definitely. But yeah, I don't know. James Earl Jones, like I said, that voice is. I mean, listen, Darth Vader voice is one of those voices that even people that don't like or don't even care about Star Wars at all, when you hear that, you know who that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even need. You could just be hearing it in the background, and you hear that. You know that that's Darth Vader. You could have never seen Star Wars before. Just kind of like Hogan with wrestling. People are The Rock now, I guess, is probably that equivalent.
I was gonna say, I think Hogan's famous for a whole different reason.
Well, yeah, but the back in the day it was Hogan, right? Now it's like The Rock, I guess.
Not famous, infamous.
Infamous, yeah. Well, yeah, now it's The Rock. Like, everybody knows who The Rock is, right?
I think more it's now John Cena.
Oh yeah, you're probably right about that, actually.
No,
yeah,
I think nowadays I think it's Joe Hendry.
Fuck Joe Hendry. Anyway, what do you got to say, Ruben? How did you feel about James Earl Jones' role in Star Wars as Darth Vader?
I think he pulled him off perfectly. It's just that something about that voice combined with the character voice was just perfect. It was perfect every single way to me. My favorite villain of all time, even to this day.
Oh yeah, definitely. Me too, man. Darth Vader's up there. He's number one for sure. Like he's the best.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your favorite villain from Star
all
Wars?
Time?
Well, okay, from all time and Star. Well, is it a Star Wars villain?
All time? Probably not.
Who's your all time then?
Probably Madara.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. What about for Star Wars? Who's your favorite villain from Star Wars? Who's the number one in Star Wars lore?
It's ironic. My favorite villain from Star Wars is also my favorite hero.
Okay, is that Revan?
Yeah.
That makes sense. I don't know.
Hey, Vader. Sorry. He walked so Vader could run.
Yeah. True. But I just think because, for me, I think it's Vader
That
because
fucking
of the
alert
fact.
pisses me off, dude. So
What?
fucking much.
What?
Because it's the same noise for Android when a call ends.
Oh, that?
Yes.
It's for Instagram telling you that you got a message.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why they chose that. No, anyways, what?
Instagram chose that because Samsung already had it.
Yeah, fucking assholes.
Or not Samsung, Android. Well,
Whoever.
It could have been. I don't know if it's Google as Android has that as the sound or Samsung has it as the sound.
Oh.
Because I don't know if it. Because I've only had Samsung phones since the S4.
Anyways. Yeah, man. James Earl Jones and that's the crazy thing. I'm going to say he will be missed, but really he won't be because they're going to use his voice anyways.
I don't think so, dude. I think we're at the point where because Deadpool has shown Disney there's no money in being woke. The money is in being entertaining again.
Right.
So hopefully this is the point where Disney's like, hey, the fans are getting pissed off with us pissing on the legacy of the original Star Wars.
Yeah.
They're not buying our shit anymore.
Right.
Even though it's Star Wars, nobody's buying our shit no more.
Right.
So I think they're at the point where, okay.
Well, let's go back to the well.
No,
What's shit that we know works?
They're at the point where we're out of ideas. They said it so themselves.
Yeah.
And Filoni's over here.
Bro.
You have the biggest fucking library of Star Wars material
On the planet.
Literally, you guys
Yeah.
own it. Let me cook.
Yeah.
You let me create my own original thing and look, I made you fucking gangbusters.
Yeah, there's so much stuff for them to like. And that wasn't even like in Star Wars lore. Like he made that up.
He made
like, so-
him and Filoni.
Yeah,
They were Filoni
Favreau.
and Favreau.
But like, one of the things too about that is, well, right now, like on Panel to Panel, me and Adam are doing the Darth Vader, like the original comic from 2015, and we're talking about that. And there's this character that they brought up in there. He's like an Imperial inspector. His name's Thanos, and
Is he? Oh, never mind.
he's like he's literally like Sherlock Holmes. Like he's like Imperial Sherlock Holmes.
Oh no, there's a thing with him at the end. Not the end, but if it's the character I think it is, it's an interesting plot point.
Well, anyways, so I told Adam, I'm like, dude, see, this is like a perfect character that they could spin off and make like a really good like Star Wars crime drama.
They already have an Empire character who's super smart and great at detective work.
Well, I guess that's Thrawn, but like
Yes.
that's not. But he's not.
But he's so he's untouched. I didn't like what they did with him in Ahsoka. It's just what's his name? Timothy
Zahn.
Zahn. Yeah, the path he was going with was with
Yeah.
Thrawn in
The new Thrawn books that they did?
in the original
Well, in the
ones.
original ones too. But
and then even the new ones.
yeah.
Because the new ones were to be built off of the old ones. He was going a path, but the last one he wrote, you could tell. Oh, Disney told him no. Disney,
They reeled him in and said, "Hey."
Disney had new plans, and we saw in not Rebels,
Ahsoka. Yeah.
Ahsoka. Yeah. Oh, this was their plans. Make Elon Musk a fucking villain.
Yeah, basically. Which, I mean, whatever. It is what it is. But like I said, that's where I think that they're going to go back to the well.
I don't think they're gonna go back to the well. I think they're gonna. They're at where they were for Marvel when they bought Marvel. Like, we can't go to the well because there's no well to go to. Let's be creative and work with what we have but make it new at the same time.
I'll see that.
Hold on. Let me speak, bitch.
Yeah, go ahead.
They're gonna say no because they did that, and they changed the face of cinema for the next fucking 50 years. It's gonna be fucking nothing but superhero movies for the next 50 years. Even though now it's starting to die out. If DC can get their head out their ass, but Warner Brothers will never do that. DC can take over, but they're not. If they can do that same formula with Star Wars, I think it'll work with Star Wars. It's not going to work for Marvel anymore. Its time has passed.
Yeah.
But with Star Wars, if they can start building off the old shit but adding new shit. But when you have people like the Russo brothers or fucking Dave Filoni and Favreau, you have to have people that understand cinema, but also understand fandom. Mm-hmm. And when you can do that, that's why fucking Mandalorian worked. Because he had both Favreau and fucking
Filoni. You had the guy who understands the fans and what they want, and then you have the guy who knows how to do cinema.
Yes.
And there you go. It's a perfect combination. So, anyways.
But I'm just saying, like, Disney can do it with Star Wars.
Yeah. They just haven't chosen to do
But
it.
if they go to the well, yes, it's going to be the end of Star Wars.
Yeah.
But from what I've been seeing, from what I'm understanding, I don't see that happening. Because I'm telling you right now, if they remake the original movies, that's it. That's game over. You're gonna isolate 80% of the fan base because that's the fans. That is literally the main staple of the Star Wars fan base. I mean, not fan base, but marketing is the OG fans. Kids, whatever. Yeah, the kids are always gonna buy new fucking toys.
Right.
But they're not gonna stay with it. I mean, look at fucking Warhammer. We dropped over $700 already.
Yeah.
It has only been a year.
Yeah.
And we still haven't started playing.
Yeah, basically.
Nerds are the only ones that are going to put out that kind of money.
Right, yeah.
The money you're getting... Again, this is where Fox fucked up, is where they gave the merchandising rights to Lucas. Because, they made some good money with the movies. Lucas made a fortune with the fucking merchandise rights.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So I'm saying, like, that's the thing that they're not understanding, is that the nerds are the ones that control this. They control their money.
Yeah, true. And you piss them off, then you got nothing. Mm-hmm. Which they have.
And if you recast fucking Darth Vader, then that's what's going to happen.
Well, they're not going to recast
No, I'm just saying, like, if you recast Star Wars and remake the movies, that's it.
No, I'm not saying that they're going to do that. I don't think they're going to do that. I think that would be the dumbest move that they could do. What I think is they're going to go back to the well in terms of, okay, like, we know that we can do Star Wars things, and there's characters that we can use, like Darth Vader. You could give Darth Vader his own fucking trilogy. You know people will show up for that. But see, if they let it not be like woke or whatever, right? If they let it be Darth Vader being an asshole and fucking killing people and doing crazy shit and leave all that other woke shit out, that show or whatever you want to do, movies out, whatever. That shit would be probably fucking gangbusters for them. Mm-hmm. Now, you can't go and do because obviously we saw what happened with Solo, right? Like you recast a younger guy into it. Now, granted, I enjoyed Solo. I thought it was great. Same thing with Donald Glover. Like, I thought they did a great job.
Donald Glover was a perfect casting for a pansexual man.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I think I'm sad that there's no sequel. I guess there's going to be a Lando movie, but it's going to with Donald Glover, but it's not, it's not going to be a sequel proper with the dude who, I forget what his name is, but the guy who actually played Han Solo in that. I thought he did a great job. I'd love to see more of those movies. But you could take Darth Maul and you could insert him into something with new characters. Because Darth Maul, there's a wealth of content for Darth Maul. There's also a wealth of content of Vader going on all these side missions during the whole thing. So again,
even before,
you could make a side quest video.
There's an 18-year gap between episode 3 and episode 4.
Right.
There's 18 years of shit right there that we don't know about.
Right, yeah. That's
comically we do.
Yeah. But videography wise, not really. So you could do movies, shows, you could do all that shit, and you could go, oh, cool. we can bring new characters in that are like whatever that weren't known in the stories, but Darth Vader can be the villain. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you do it. Like that Acolyte show, man. Like, okay, all that shit was super crazy and wonky and shit. I didn't watch the whole thing, but goddamn, I read the synopses and I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. But that's beside the point. If you would have done that same deal, but do it in that gap or whatever, make a show that's like that in the gap or whatever.
But at the same time, though,
have some. You can bring in all new characters, do whatever you want with that.
Yeah, but look at what happened with the Obi-Wan series. Everybody, even the fans hated it, dude.
Listen, I enjoyed it. I didn't hate
the
it.
Series.
I don't know. And again, that's people being assholes. That's fans being assholes. Like, that was the first series that they used the digital or the AI voice on for Darth Vader. Like that was all.
Yeah, because he had retired.
Yeah, he had retired. So like that was the first one that they did. All the last thing that he actually did was Rebels for Star Wars with Vader. That was his last role as Darth Vader was in Rebels, which is fucking kind of ironic. It's not ironic. It's ironic, but it's like
no. I'm just laughing at the scene where they were at Malachor. It's like, what's his name? Ezra.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not scared of you. You'll die braver than most.
Yeah. That was pretty legit. So yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do, but it'll be interesting. I hope that they use Darth Vader properly. Yeah, that's what I hope they do it. I hope they do it right and not fuck about. But I guess we'll see. What? He's licking his paws. I don't know.
No, he's licking the floor.
Nice.
I can see his paw from here, dude.
Well, there's one paw. I don't know. Whatever. Fuck him. Anyways. All right.
I think he's trying to fight his reflection.
Maybe. Well, good. Clean the floors. He makes them dirty enough anyways, little bastard. You got anything else to add?
No.
Ruben?
No.
No? All right, cool. All right, well, that'll do it for us. Thank you guys for listening. If you want, please go to YouTube and check out all of our other shit. You can also follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Game Rage Magazine, Twitter/X at Game Rage Mag. Follow Frank at anime_syndicate_podcast on Instagram, and then you can follow Adam at All Gas No Trash Official on the Instagram as well. All right, that's it for us. We'll catch you guys on the next one. That was the Game Rage Star Wars podcast. Don't forget, like and subscribe on Instagram and TikTok at Game Rage Magazine. Also on Twitter/X at Game Rage Mag. In addition to the actual website of www.GameRageMagazine.com. Check it out for a host of all of our other podcasts and everything else that we do, to be determined later. Thanks for listening.